you got to pick the right people to do that too.
Totally.
Because there's nothing, if you tell, hey, there's a famous thing about like when you want to do something, you really want to accomplish something, tell as few people as possible or don't tell anybody. I mean, there's one where they are, but you have to be very careful because nobody's ever going to, outside of people to get it and want you to succeed, you're always going to have people playing the devil's advocate. And I'd like wrestling. Let's talk about wrestling. If I was never close with my family, my parents or my siblings. I was never close with them. And it always bothered me. But I believe in my heart, I believe God set that family structure where we were all kind of doing our own thing and not close for me to really be successful and have what it takes to make it mentally in wrestling, mentally and emotionally, because there were nights where I came home and I'm like, what am I doing? And when I said, what am I doing? If there was the wrong person within earshot of hearing that, they were going to be like, you don't have to do this. Is it really worth getting hurt every night? Is it really worth, you broke your neck in your 20? I could go on and on.
Yeah.
But if there was a voice in my ear or two voices, parents telling me every single time, like, you're killing yourself. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have came out the other end and had you as a friend, had the co-host, had the big fitness show. I would have nothing today because you know what would have happened? Also would have been, why do you need to leave the neighborhood? Why do you even need to leave the house? You can save your money and I needed to live in a car. I needed to be homeless. I needed to, like you said in that clip you put up, I needed to pay my dues. That was my motivation. Now I'm in it. I got to see it through now. And I had nobody telling me saying, oh, no, you don't. You can stop. And that's the danger. And that will kill anybody's motivation in snap of a finger.
Amen. I cannot tell you how much that hits me in the heart right now, because that is 100% something that I've dealt with for years. And it does kill your motivation real fast if you talk to the wrong people about it. And I would echo what you just said about make sure you know who you're talking to. And one thing that I've realized is, like, you and I have become friends. We have similar goals and we have similar drive and similar desires, and we're working towards similar things. And so I feel like I could talk to you about something and have a real conversation, and you would give me a real perspective, and I would value what you're saying because we're on the same wavelength and we get it, right? But then I can go talk to other people in my life that don't have the same drive, don't have the same goals, have no idea what professional wrestling is about, have no idea, think it's silly, all these kinds of things, think the content creation, being a YouTuber is dumb, right? And so I really have adopted this. If you don't have the lifestyle that I'm after or the life that I'm chasing, I'm not going to take your advice. I'm not going to listen to you or go to you for advice on how to do things because you don't have the life that I want. And so why am I going to take advice from somebody who, is not successful, doesn't have the life that I want, has no real fitness goals, has no drive to be an entrepreneur or to build a business or to do anything there? Why am I going to take advice there? And so to your point, be careful who it is that you talk to, because they can kill your motivation so fast. And that whole thing of you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Well, if you get around a bunch of people that are losers, you're going to be a loser too, and you got to challenge yourself to get in the room and get around people that are driven and want to do more. And I'll be honest, I spent some time around losers, and I let myself become kind of a loser in a sense of like, that's not who I wanted to be. And it wasn't what I wanted to get to. And so the power of that, from a lack of motivation, lack of working for anything, is huge. So thanks for bringing that up. If you like that, check the links in the description to catch full episodes of the Big Fitness Show podcast.